Hi, guys. Welcome to the remaining of first episode of the story podcast series, The Patriot. I hope you enjoyed the first episode and want to know how will our police team capture the terrorists or kill them. If you have not seen first episode, go watch it now, adding link above and in description box. This podcast is based on my book, which is available on Amazon now, added link in bio. Now, let us go back into the chaos of that dreadful night. We reached our location. Sir was ready waiting for us. As per last known location and intel, we have four more terrorists to eliminate. And as observed till now, they move in pairs, so we have to take two. We do not know what other team is planning, but we have to consider that they are not coming. And plan if they decide to join us. And one more thing, I need them alive. So here is the plan. Some of us will go first and bait them out, and as soon as they are out, others will attack from behind. We divided into another four units and all started circling an area where the last location was traced. But we only found dead people around. We followed the trail of dead bodies in the same circular fashion, and soon we found their location. They were moving around, firing blindly, throwing grenades all over in the most random fashion, as if the only thing they knew was to destroy and kill. No pattern, no emotion, no target. Like madmen angry with the world, it looked like they were on a mission to bring every single thing down. That is all they knew. Bringing them out as bait for them was more than just suicide. It was like punishing yourself for being alive, for being born and serving for the country. And as I feared, I was one of the baits. I had to go out there to lure them. Six of us were chosen to go first, and as soon as they would concentrate their attack on us, others would come from behind and catch them alive. Main task was to disarm them so that they could be captured alive. There was no time to plan. We just had to go and try. Six of us found a corner from where we could attack them and started firing. We had to fire and distract them so much that they could not focus elsewhere, and also force them to move near to us. We kept firing, and finally they shifted all their attention on us. They started closing on us rapidly, almost running and firing simultaneously. Moment by moment, they leaped towards us, and we thought it was over. But before we knew it, another unit with my new boss jumped in and disarmed them, and were going to catch them when another team approached from the opposite side. They thought we were under attack and started firing, but my boss jumped on one of the terrorists to save him, but they were firing, and our team members were also getting hit. I just jumped out and started running towards them, shouting, "Stop firing! We want them alive!" and kept shouting and running like an idiot until they finally stopped because of confusion rather than understanding. Once they stopped, others from my team came and explained the situation. One of the terrorists was hit near the heart, but the one my boss plunged on was safe and alive. We had managed to capture one alive, but everyone was laughing at me because I could have gotten killed if they had thought I was also one of the terrorists. All of it happened in minutes, and no one can think clearly in such situations. I was rather lucky. Boss and some people took the terrorist outside as he had to be moved to a secret location as soon as possible. Others would stay and hold position until everything was clear. Boss said I could also go out and rest, but I chose to stay back. The terrorist was taken away. From initial appearance, he was no more than 19 years old. He was just a boy, like my girl back home. My daughter and wife must be going through hell now. I had no time to think of them. I checked my phone, a lot of missed calls almost every 10 minutes until the signals were jammed. I wanted to tell them I was safe and not to worry, but I had to wait more. They had to wait a little bit more. I was exhausted, frightened, almost dead, but there was more work to do. I couldn't think of anything. I picked him the way I could and sat him aside in some cleared area, away from all the dead bodies. The shouting had stopped, but he was still crying and kept crying on and on. I rushed and found some water. I tried giving him the water, but the crying won't stop. or his hands won't move. I could not think of anything. When I was afraid of the dark, when I was very young and could not stop crying, my mother would just hug me and sit there with me until I stopped. I did the same. I hugged the kid and just sat there with him. Slowly and gradually, he calmed down. He held me tighter, as tight as he could, and dug his head inside my chest. He could not look around. We just sat there for a bit, then I gave him water. He drank a bit, and we sat there, just waiting, both of us. Sometime later at 6 a.m., communication was opened, and we received the message that terrorists had been cleared. Special forces and other teams would now take control. Those inside were given instructions on how to reach one of the support points. That means my mobile network was back. Only thing I wanted to do was call home, but the boy was still with me. He still could not look up. I picked him up. He grabbed me tighter, and we all started moving towards one of the support points. As soon as I said I am okay and safe and that all terrorists are killed, I could only hear crying and prayers and thanks to God from the other side. Finally, everyone calmed and we spoke. It felt so good to hear a voice that loved you. I just wanted to go home, but I could not. I looked around and I could see work, a lot of work, and the boy that was trying to calm himself holding on to me. A broken place, a clueless society, and frightened people. A lot of them just afraid and have no idea what to do, just moving around, trying everything they could, and trying to find out what next. Some lost their family, some their businesses, some colleagues, some people who came there to help, just wanted to help, some fulfilling their duties, all of them beyond tired, but worried and more frightened and clueless. In my childhood, in my village, we children would go out and throw stones at the ant hills just for fun and then enjoy the ants running here and there. It looked exactly the same, only this time I was the ant. Hi guys, hope you enjoyed this episode. This is a series of podcast, more episodes coming out every 15 days. So please subscribe my channel to get notified when next episode drops. Do like and share this podcast if enjoyed it. Also comment below and let me know, what do you think will happen with the terrorist and the boy next? This podcast is also available as a book on Amazon in print and ebook format. Link in bio. See you in the next episode.